What's popping, y'all? Today we're gonna be reacting to Sarah Sidner's cancer announcement yesterday. Now, basically, Sarah Sidner, alongside anchor on CNN, announced she had cancer yesterday, breast cancer stage 3, and she talks about a lot of different disparities and issues that goes along with it. So definitely, that's something we want to discuss, and I really want to have more commentary on it today.
As we end our broadcast today, I have a personal note that I would like to share with you. I want to start by doing this and asking you a big favor. Just take a second to recall the names of 8 women who you love and know in your life. Just 8.
Yep.
Count them on your fingers. Statistically, one of them will get or have breast cancer. I am that 1 in 8 in my friend group.
Yep.
I have never been sick a day.
Like, it's more common than a lot of people think, and I'm pretty sure everyone has been touched by cancer at one point, whether it be from you personally or a friend, or you have loved ones that unfortunately passed away from cancer. My grandma, she is a 2-time survivor of breast cancer, and so definitely she can tell you that it's just it's very much common, more common than than people will actually believe. And it's just how much it has a hold in your life is definitely devastating. So I can only imagine what she's going through, because I personally never went through it, but just knowing someone, I had a loved one who went through it, it's definitely something you don't wish on your worst enemy.
If you happen to be a black woman, you are 41% more likely to die from breast
live
cancer
rate is a
than
lot
your white
higher
counterparts.
in black community
41%.
for a host of reasons I'm
So
about to get
to
into.
all my sisters,
I'll definitely play you watch the entire video. It's very emotional. It's very inspiring, because she's taking it on the head nose. She's gonna try and fight the best way she can. But pretty much the reason why it's so important for her to realize that is because just 41% of people of black women have a higher chance of passing away from breast cancer. And to just really go into cancer.org's work, basically they're 41% more likely to pass away from breast cancer, and that is due to black women having an 8% lower cancer incidence rate, and less likely to be diagnosed with breast and lung cancer. Just throwing that out there. And just looking at just the survival rate, basically 82% of black women live at least 5 years after their initial breast cancer diagnosis, while that is compared to 92% of white women. Now, why is that possible? Basically, higher rates from breast cancer among women are likely attributed to higher prevalence of obesity and other health problems, as those are also 30% more likely to pass away from tumors because of lower rates of surgery and chemotherapy, as well as higher incidence rates and all that. And just looking at these statistics, basically a lot of people just jump to the fact the old racist stereotypes, oh, black people don't know how to eat, black people don't take care of themselves, black people are lazy, what to a certain sense you can only blame it on our health habits and all that. But also too, black people also have a higher rate of not experience equitable care in the healthcare system, because we noticed during COVID, there's a lot of structural issues wrong with our healthcare system and just the way we do healthcare in the US. Not only just by the social determinants of health, because a big social determinant of health that I really hype on and I do research on is access to care. If you live in a lower economic area, you're generally gonna have less access to doctors, or even if you have access to doctors, they're not gonna be of the best quality as if you will go to one of the richy white areas of town. Best example of this is going back to my Dallas roots, between South Oak Cliff and Highland Park. Obviously you're gonna get the best in Highland Park, the best schools, the best access to care, the best access to doctors and all that, as well as best access to prevention, as well as early detection and treatment. Sarah Sidner, she might be black, but she also has wealth accumulated through CNN and notoriety. She might be able to get a little bit better access. Now, would that make a difference in her care? I don't know, possibly. But I just want to let you know, access to care is often attributed to wealth and also where you from and what zip code you live in. Another big factor of access to care is inadequate health insurance. If you don't have the good health insurance from your workplace, or if you can't afford the best health insurance, then you gonna end up paying out of pocket for a lot of your services. A lot of people can't really afford the American healthcare system, and so these issues combine into the barriers. We see that black people are more likely to be diagnosed with advanced stage disease, which is more costly and difficult to treat, more likely to experience delays in treatment and less likely to receive recommended treatment, even if you do get the treatment at all. So these are just some things, I just want to highlight today about cancer, like what she was talking about, because, I think she wasn't going to say a lot on air. I think it's just an emotional day already. But I think this is what some things like we need to like have a higher conversation about it, not necessarily just in the Black community, but like healthcare in general. Because yes, I would say some of it is on us by our health choices, but a lot of it is like a systematic thing that we need to deal with. And so overall link this article as well as like a lot of other cancer fact sheets and stuff, those things that you can use to take care of your prep yourself. But health disparities are still there. You're not immune to it, and cancer is pretty much one of those things that it affects everybody, but it affects different populations a lot differently, obviously. And so that's something like we need to have like serious conversations and thoughts about. So that being said, give me your thoughts and comments down in the comment section. How do you feel about Sarah Sidner's announcements? Have you had a family member touched by cancer? What you think we need to do better when it comes to cancer treatment in America? As well as if you like to see that, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that wonderful good stuff, as well as stay warm, frosty, depending on what part of the country you are in, and peace out.